Hey there, welcome back. Jay Barino here. We're playing Warcraft 3 Reforged. It's Exodus of the Horde. It's the tutorial campaign, the prologue campaign, we'll call it. Not to be derogatory, let's go. Chapter 2, Departures. 3 days later, near the Lordaeron coast. Still not sure what to think of it so far. We gotta get further into it. We gotta get into the human campaign before I can really get a feel for the game, you know?
It's been 3 days, and this prophet has yet to show himself. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake by trusting him.
War Chief, the clans are assembling as you ordered, but it will take them some time to reach us.
Then we must prepare this camp immediately. I want my warriors to have food and proper lodgings when they arrive.
Yes, War Chief.
Warrior, has there been any word from Hellscream? He and the Warsong clan were supposed to have been here by now.
No, War Chief. We haven't heard from Hellscream in some time.
Damn it, Hellscream. Where the hell are you?
Interesting. Thrall had a walking animation? Alright.
Yes.
Alright, we got our
The
peons.
blinking
Let's just
button
get
at the
started.
top of the screen indicates that your quest journal has been updated. To find out more about your objectives, click on the quest button.
There we go. Oh, the text is so small. It's so cute. It's gonna take some getting used to, that's for sure. Though,
Once a peon has been ordered to harvest gold, he will automatically travel back and forth between the gold mine and your closest great hall. Here are a few additional peons. To increase
I got it under control, narrator. I'll take
the
it from
amount
here.
of gold that you currently possess is displayed in the upper right portion of your screen. As peons return to your great hall with gold, your gold stockpile increases.
I'm still pretty concerned about
Now that your gold income is
the
steady,
custom
you will
campaign
want to
situation.
produce additional peons to construct the rest of your base. To train a peon.
We need more
To
gold.
increase the rate of which you collect lumber, train additional peons and assign them to harvest from the forest. Training a unit takes time. When your great hall is selected, you can see a progress indicator in the bottom middle portion of your screen.
I feel like I'm not
Ready to
scrolling
work.
that fast, but anytime I scroll in a little bit, it blasts me
In
as
order
far
to
in as
support
possible.
a larger population, additional orc burrows will have to be constructed. Burrows provide the food that allows you to train more troops. To construct a burrow, select one of your peons.
Don't tell me what order to do things in.
For honor.
Okay, Knowles, Thrall, I think can handle this. Hopefully, maybe. It's fine. He'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Let's get some additional guys on lumber, and then we'll make a barracks. We can make the barracks
What do you
now.
Now, click on the Build Structure button in the command card.
He still wants me to make a... He still wants me to make an orc
Notice that
burrow.
additional buttons are now available in the command card. To construct an orc burrow, click on the Build Orc Burrow button.
Ready to work.
Now
What's
move the
currently
mouse to
doing?
where you want the building to be placed. Once you have found an appropriate location, left-click to begin
I am
construction.
the War Chief.
Like, it's just natural for me to not
Yes.
try to talk over the narrator, but come on, you know? I don't know why I'm still not. Anyway,
Ready to
we'll get some
work.
grunts. They only cost gold, so that'll be a good start. And I think we really only
War
need lumber
mills
for
contain various
upgrades.
upgrades that can be researched to improve your troops.
I haven't built a burrow yet, though. That's going to cost us some cash, but that's fine. Again, it's weird because I
Let's get
feel like
on with
I
it.
could switch to the original graphics. It's not instant like it is in StarCraft Remastered. You have to quit and restart the game if you want it for Classic to take effect. So
Work
it's possible
complete.
that custom
What do you
campaigns will
want?
work as long as you switch to Classic and then restart the game. I'll try it out after this mission.
Now that your barracks is complete, you
We need more gold.
continue producing grunts until you reach your quest requirement.
Oh, they look so mad. I guess they looked mad in the original one too, but it's just, it's a different kind of mad now. They're like extra mad. They're more mad than I ever been. All right, so let's get on up here, and we still need a burrow. How much does that?
Yes.
I should know this.
We
How
need
much it
more
costs,
gold.
but I don't. So I'm sure some more observant folks out there can recognize where maybe certain costs
My
of buildings
license
are
for
changed, or maybe where certain
Yes.
triggers are different
Be
based
happy
on the
to.
amount of enemies that are in a certain
can
location,
do
or
that.
the attack waves that get sent at us, or maybe hero stats and how they
Let's
scale
get
in the
on with it.
campaign. I don't know. And in fact, it might be different based on the, like, hero stats, for example, might be different based on the difficulty you're playing on. Typically, enemy attacks are affected by that as well as frequency. That's typical in terms of different difficulties, but
The spirits are restless.
I am quite intrigued. Get in there, Grunt, help us out. We'll just zap them again.
The spirits are restless.
Okay, the cooldowns are pretty easy and noticeable. Original Warcraft, occasionally it could be a little challenging. Especially if it's a really, really long cooldown, and in fact that may still be the case here. If it takes a really long time, that last tick may seem like it takes longer. It may look like the cooldown's up, but it's actually not.
Let's
Do
get
you understand what I'm
it.
saying here?
Research.
Break.
No God.
Use my pots, but I
Now
don't need
that
to
your
right
burrow
now.
has been completed, the peon who built it can be assigned to a new task.
Okay, we got our burrow. It's fine. We're just gonna get a bunch of grunts. Don't we get shaman on this mission? Or is that a different
I
mission?
am the war chief.
What's this mission?
Dabu.
I think it's kind of neat that they brought back the otherwise cut
For
missions. I thought that was interesting. Here, we'll come on down here.
Dabu.
Because those missions actually weren't... I mean, they weren't prologue missions, but again, they were more demo missions. So I wonder if they've been rebalanced. Because if I remember correctly, like the 5th mission was a challenging holdout. I mean, not challenging is a strong word, but it was a holdout, and you had access to your entire tech tree. And I wonder if that's been changed. I feel pretty confident that they probably would have changed that if they reintroduced it as part of the prologue campaign. But honestly, I wouldn't know. What am I missing? Oh, just I need the extra grunts. There we go. Just keep making these guys. Another burrow.
Be happy to.
You orcs are in violation of the Alliance Internment Act. We've already captured one of your leaders. If you surrender now, we'll spare your lives.
War Chief, they say they've captured one of our leaders. Maybe they're referring to Hellscream.
I hope not. But if they have captured Hellscream, I'll make them regret it. Loktar Ogar! Come, my warriors! We must drive the humans back!
Did they change that? Maybe I'm gonna be seeing differences where they don't actually exist. Number one, this captain has dead eyes. Number two, again, doesn't it seem like I think he said maybe they're referring to Grom, and it sounded like they spliced it and changed it so that they said maybe they're referring to Hellscream, as if that matters in some way. I don't know. I think that's interesting. It's possible that that was changed, but I really couldn't explain why.
The wretched humans have been destroyed.
Move Thrall and the rest of your forces across the bridge, such as the one located here.
Yes.
Okay. Rescue Gromash Hellscream. You know, I wonder also if maybe some of the flavor text here has been changed. I should check that. Though, I mean, it would have to be something particularly different in order to stand out to me as being changed. So maybe keeping an eye out more on names, locations, stuff like that. That's the only things that might be slightly different. I mean, the sounds are the same, so it's weird because again, what I'm seeing is just so vastly different than what I would expect when you hear the sounds of like the thrall attack and the grunt attacks and stuff like that. It's really interesting. I will adjust, I'm sure.
For honor.
And these first missions are pretty easy peasy, though keep in mind the next mission's going to be slightly different, so that's cool.
For honor.
Can I break these? You can attack gates to destroy them, but I can't attack human buildings to attack them, you know? We live in a society. They won't even let me burn down civilian huts.
My life for the Horde.
Alright, let's keep it up.
Master?
Ooh, it explodes!
Dabu.
It doesn't just fall over gently. It blows up. It's a lot more satisfying that way, let me tell you. Good work, Classic Teams Development. Okay.
For honor.
And then we should... Oh, there's a pig. Wait, we gotta do it. Oh, that pig looks awful. Look at that portrait. I mean, it's just like horrifying. Horrifying awful. Not like low quality. Oh, they still explode. That's exciting. Could chain lightning here. We don't really have to min-max our way through these missions, but it isn't hard. At least in the original, your I mean, here's the thing. We're going to get supply blocked when we rescue these units anyway, so let's just not bother. What I was going to say was...
For honor. Yes.
Get in there. Break the
Your time
crates.
has come.
I don't remember what I was going to say. I got distracted by needing more burrows and then deciding to not bother because we're going to get more units anyway. These barrels kind of blend in. I'm probably going to miss some of those. The tomes, did you notice in Mission 1, that manual of health, how much it blended into the environment? I'm going to be in trouble, boys. You know how Jay Barino tends to miss those tomes. It's going to happen a lot in Reforged. It took me forever to train myself to scour the landscape for those Warcraft 3 Classic tomes, and now we got all new camouflage tomes. That's the real challenge for Jay Barino. All right, so these first few missions, it's going to be a struggle to find anything interesting to comment on. But as we get new units, we can check them out. There we go.
Yes, War Chief.
Yeah, looking good. Okay, well, you're behind a tree.
Plan.
You know what? Just forget it. I wanted to show everybody the shaman.
Right away.
All right, well, Purge is just sort of silly
Wise plan.
this
For
early on
honor.
in the game.
When you control multiple spellcasters at the same time, it often becomes necessary to quickly switch between them to cast their individual spells. By using the subgroup interface, you can do so without having to try to select them individually. Notice that the currently selected units are displayed in the bottom middle portion of your screen by little portraits.
None will
One of the unit
survive.
portraits is highlighted with a yellow glow. This means that it is the currently activated subgroup. You can switch between subgroups by pressing the tab key or left-clicking on one of the portraits that is not highlighted. This activates that subgroup and displays their
Okay,
spells in
all
your
right,
command
we get it,
card.
narrator. So he said a yellow glow? Oh, a glow. I thought it said globe. I'm like, that is not a globe, that is a square,
For
sir.
honor.
But I understand, that is my fault. All right, so obviously all the controls work the same. I'm breaking these crates just for
Your army
posterity.
has grown to such a large size that it now requires a portion of your income to sustain it. This maintenance cost is referred to as upkeep.
I think they had the opportunity to remove upkeep. Upkeep originally
can I
was in
help?
for technical reasons. Obviously, it had a huge impact on gameplay, and the game sort of was shaped around the fact that it existed.
For
But I think
honor.
originally it was because the game engine could only handle so many things on screen at once. So it's interesting how the game evolved around that, and I would
Understood.
imagine that with a modern
War Chief,
Update.
we found where they're holding Hellscream, but the area is protected by fortified guard towers.
Then destroy them. Hellscream must be freed.
Oh, it gives us little exclamation points. But with like modern update to the engine,
Yes, War Chief.
they could have probably done away with upkeep if they wanted to. But again, it's so fundamental to the game now. There's no way you could remove that, and then you'd have to rebalance the whole game. And
Dabu.
these guard towers seem too blue. I guess originally people complained that the colors, like the faction colors, were too muted, and now these seem like, because the roof is all blue, they're too blue. Look, I get it. Jay Barino, he's not microing his grunts around. He's not doing anything to make sure that he's not losing his... You know what? I don't want to hear it. It's the prologue campaign. On hard difficulty, okay, I was going to say, they typically will target your weakest units, and in fact, guard towers usually will attack your ranged units, and they're not attacking my shaman at all. But it is targeting my weakest unit, so... That does seem mildly changed. Typically, they go straight for your shaman. That's probably because the damage types are changed, the armor types.
Hellscream, are you all right?
I'm fine, little brother. Luckily, they only injured my pride.
Great, because we're getting out of here now. We're leaving the human lands for good.
Finally, follow me. I have an idea. We can set sail on the humans' own ships.
Perfect. But we'll need to wait for the rest of the Horde.
The Horde is assembled, War Chief. We await only your command.
9 guys.
Now, go, young thrall. Sail west to the lands of Kalimdor. It is there that you will find your destiny. It is there that your people's salvation will be assured.
Lovely. I talked about this in my last playthrough in Classic, but I always found that the scale of this was always lacking. Like, the whole Horde is moving from, well, you know, most of the Horde under Thrall is moving all the way to Kalimdor, but they can all fit into 3 ships, and we only see, like, a dozen guys get on the ships. I don't know. It's nitpicky, but I would have liked to see, you know, they could have changed that. It wouldn't have been that challenging, I think, to expand that. But as far as I can tell, the cinematics are going to be all the same. I don't know. We'll see moving forward if anything else has been changed up. And I think there might be some more in-game stuff that's changed in terms of lore. But for the most part, I'm getting the impression that these are going to be pretty much the same. But to be fair, we're also only on Mission 2, and we'll keep exploring. I think the biggest noticeable thing so far is that the armor and damage types have been updated to Frozen Throne for the Reign of Chaos campaigns, which is interesting. All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.